Alec Shufelt is going to do some comedy for you, so I hope you enjoy.
Alright, just, oops. That's alright, now it's on. Now it's on, alright. Yeah. Thank you.
I want you guys to use your imagination that this is a bar stool. He's a comedian.
I'm not really going to use it, but thanks. Yeah, so to start off, I'd like to thank Josh for giving me the opportunity to come up here and try to see if I can make you guys laugh at me or just laugh at me. Yeah, it's actually my first time doing this. It's my first time actually holding a microphone. So if you guys can just bear with me, I think we'll get through this together. You know, I mean, I got some pretty good stuff tonight. So get ready to chuckle. I mean, not full blown laugh, but I mean, I'm a realist. I mean, it's my first time, so I'm gonna screw up a little bit. I'm starting to feel like that already, but yeah. So my older brother and I are only 14 months apart, and my younger brother, on the other hand, is 5 years younger than me, 5 and like a couple months younger than me, and so he's 14 now, so he's starting to get to the age where he's starting to have kind of those thoughts about, am I really an accident, or what's the deal with that? I mean, so I'm kind of waiting for him to ask the question, like, am I an accident? So I'll just tell him the truth, like, no, you're not an accident. I know, because I remember distinctly my mom going, I want to have a girl. So, yeah, there's that one. All right, so those of you who know me, you may remember I had a beard. It was awful, and yeah, people would be like, why don't you just shave? You look like a dumbass. And then by people, I mean my mom. So I mean, most other people are just, they think it, but they're just too nice to admit it. So, but I just responded to my mom. I was like, it's a new look, Mom. It's called pubescent lumberjack. Because I couldn't really get it all in. I was like, had patches here, and it was not good. So finally shaved, and I was planning on having it when I came up, but I had to shave it. It was awful. So I was gonna continue by saying now I can finally shave. Man, that was worth the 3-month dry spell. Of course, the dry spell kind of continues, but it's all right. No, but ladies, I can understand why you don't really like mustaches. I mean, it's kind of weird. People with mustaches will be like, hey, want to guess what I had for lunch today? You just, like when you kiss them, you taste like the food on the mustache. Yeah, alright. And, it'd be kind of hard to cheat on your girlfriend if you had a mustache, though, because she'd kiss you and be like, hey, babe, you taste like someone else. We're on the PG side and say she had some like mint chapstick or something on her lips. Yeah. Okay. No, but so segues are weird. That's Josh's favorite one. That's Josh's favorite joke. Yeah. No, but there's no really good way to give bad news. But the best way to give it is to throw into something really great, even if it's a lie. Just so, let's say you got a DNA test one week, then your mom calls. Your mom's like, you're just like, hey, Mom. Yeah, no, everything's going great. Yeah, no, I met this really great girl. This is a lie. This is a lie here. I met this really great girl. Yeah. No, her name, that's not important. I mean, make each other laugh, share similar interests. I got a D on a test. Her hair's really pretty. I mean, I'm telling you, she's something special. What? D? No, I didn't say I got a D on a test. No, I think we should switch cell phone providers is what I think, because, I mean, that call quality is just terrible. I mean, can't even hear you. So now over Christmas break, we went to Disney World, drove down. That's an interesting 20-hour experience you should share with your family at some point, driving to Disney World or wherever. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, except for all the times we had to roll down the windows like, damn it, David, that's disgusting. Spray the Lysol. We had a can of Lysol in our car, just sprayed it everywhere, sprayed it at him for like 5 minutes. But we left right after Christmas, and New Year's Eve was apparently the busiest day of the year at Disney World. And so knowing that, we decided to go into the park at like 8 a.m. Just to get in. So if you got in, you could go back. But not an hour later, the park hit capacity, meaning they couldn't let anybody else in. Imagine being the last guy they couldn't let in. Like, sorry, sir, you can't go in. Really? Really? I just want to have a magical time with my family. You're telling me I can't? You suck. And he starts walking away. I mean, if I was the guy at the gate, I'd just be like, I'd just say F you in the only way a Disney employee could say it. Have a magical day, sir. But we were in the park for about an hour and a half that day, 45 minutes of which consisted of us huddling behind my dad, who's a pretty big dude, and him bulldozing his way through the crowd to get out of there. So, yeah, that in Disney is what we would call a pool day. You just don't really go into the parks, you just chill at the pool. And, anyways, some of you know me, tend to like my impressions, I don't know. So that's where I'm going right now. Left turn, big left turn. Alright. So, I like to watch sports shows sometimes. I like to watch ESPN. Not necessarily for the sports and the statistics, but mostly for the broadcasters. Some of them on there are just really funny. Like, back in the day, John Madden used to announce football games for Fox, and he'd always say like the most obvious things. So he'd be like, I mean, regret is one of those feelings. I mean, if you have it, you're probably gonna regret it. I mean, it's just one of those things. I mean, that's what that's all about. And there's Charles Barkley. I like Charles Barkley. He always talks about, other players that are and like he always gets asked about, like, what do you think of this guy? He'd be like, well, I mean, I think he did a pretty good job of getting the ball in the hoop, but back in the day, I did a lot better. He was just horrible. It was ridiculous. But John Madden, I mean, for some reason, he had this weird obsession with Brett Favre. He seemed to think that he was, like, the greatest person ever created. He'd be like, hey, Brett, I wrote you a poem. Roses are red, violets are blue. Nobody in the NFL is better than you. Ever. Okay. Where was I going? I told you this would happen. I lost my spot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. I got it, guys. It's okay. Okay. Okay, so he'd always praise Brett Favre, and he'd be like, I mean, if you take Brett Favre's stat sheet and you add up all the numbers, I mean, you find out that's the answer to everything. I mean, in the
Charles Barkley comes in, that was terrible math. I think there was a derivative in that equation somewhere. You know how to derive, knucklehead? Well, I mean, sure, just the other day I was driving down the street and I ran a stop sign, and because I was daydreaming about Brett Favre, so I prayed to Brett Favre that everything would be okay, or I mean, as you would call him, God. I mean, and then boom, got hit by a car on the right. But I mean, I understand it. I mean, Brett Favre's a pretty busy guy. I mean, everybody always asking him for favors and whatnot. I mean, he's doing a new thing. He's got a restaurant open up called Fark's Carbs. It's on the Super Bowl commercial. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, and I mean that's pretty much all I got as far as comedy right now. So thank you so much.